right now I'm about to start a furniture assembly project because it's going on almost a year since I've moved into this condo, and there's just this like large blank wall space in my living room. Let me show you. Starting from like here to here, that I have a vision for. For this part, I have a vision, but this big wall, I'm still kind of working out the vision. But anyway, so there's this like little corner here that I think I know what I want to do. So I ordered a little like console table from Wayfair. So that's what I'm going to work on assembling right now. It's Thursday. It's a long weekend because tomorrow is Easter Friday. So I have tomorrow off and I also have Monday off, but I figured I'd get started with this project today because my mom's gonna be here for the weekend and I don't think I'll have time to be putting together furniture. But part of my vision for the console is to have maybe like a large print or something above it, or maybe like do like a mini gallery wall. I don't know. It sort of relates to that though, and like decor and bringing together a vision. I've been able to score some cool frames and like pictures off of Facebook Marketplace. Please ignore my dining table, it's a giant mess, but I got this cute little, I think it's like a 4x6 or something. It's not very big, but I really liked it. It's got, I don't know what like deck this is on like the tarot card, on like the tarot deck, but I really like the red color and the yellow. I'm drawn to the earthy tones, and I think what I really want to do in my living room is to bring in pops of color, pops of red. And then the second one, and obviously I was also very much drawn to the frame. It's like a brass frame and it's got this antique vintagey look. But I also picked up this one. I don't think I'm gonna keep the picture. I really just like the frame, so I'm gonna figure out like what photo is gonna replace this. But these are the two frames and pictures that I picked up. But I'm just gonna spend the next little bit putting together this furniture, and I hope it doesn't take me too long. To help time pass by quicker, I'm going to put on White Lotus. So I've heard about White Lotus for as long as it's been out, but I'm not the kind of person that really watches TV shows. But my team lead was actually like, girl, you need to watch it. So I started watching it and it's kind of crazy. I am on the last episode of season 1. So I think I'm going to just have that on while I assemble my furniture. So it's gonna keep me company. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope this furniture turns out okay. And I just can't wait for like this living room space to start coming together. It's kind of been a long time coming now, so slowly but surely. So that is part of my spring reset plan, is to just really start to bring my apartment together and obviously declutter and get rid of stuff that I don't need, and just so I can make room for things that I actually will be excited for and yeah, that I love. So yeah. Hi friends. So if you didn't know, I'm Canadian. I live in Canada, and we are currently in the midst of a federal election campaign. Today, the advanced voting stations open, and so I went to cast my ballot for my preferred party candidate. So that's done, and it's actually so this is my first time voting in a federal election. My first time voting ever was shortly after I became a citizen in the provincial election, and that was in 2023. So yeah, feels pretty good to do that and get that out of the way. But it's crazy. So today is like the first day of the advanced polls. Why do I keep saying polls? The advanced voting. And they opened at 9 and it's 10 right now. So I got there a little bit after 9, and even then there was already a line, and I was just leaving. As I was leaving, no, I saw that the line had only grown larger. So I think turnout for this election is going to be really high, and it's kind of saying something about the state of the world that we currently find ourselves in, and how kind of locked in everyone is when it comes to this election. So I'm really excited, and it feels good to just have that done and out of the way. And so now I can enjoy the rest of my long weekend. My mom, as I said, is coming to visit. She'll be here later today, but I still do have some time to just kind of like finish up some stuff. I definitely need to finish editing tomorrow's vlog. So fingers crossed, pray for me. But I'm gonna go home now and get on with the rest of my day, and then I'll show you guys how my console table thing turned out. It was such a struggle putting it together, like, not to like toot my own horn, and honestly I don't care, like I will toot my own horn. I'm pretty good when it comes to assembling furniture. I have assembled a lot of furniture in the time that I've lived alone, so I'm not a newbie, and I do a lot of like handy stuff around my house, so I kind of know what I'm doing when it comes to putting together furniture, at least. But when I tell you, this thing gave me a lot of stress, and it was because the screwdriver I had was not long enough to reach into screw the side aprons of the table. The side aprons of the table. So it was a whole thing. I ended up having to go to Canadian Tire at like 30 minutes before close to buy a longer screwdriver that could kind of like fit in. And I made it work. It looks good. It looks fine. But I can't wait to show you guys all of that when I get home. I'm going to stop talking now and head home. But I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty excited. So yeah, let's get on with it, okay? Okay, so this is what it looks like. I really, really like the rich, dark brown stain on the wood. And it does have a drawer. And I think at some point I will probably change out the hardware, but this is fine for now. But yeah, so this is sort of like the vision I have going on. I think I might add another like centerpiece or something, like maybe like some like coffee table books or something will go on top here. And you know, when it's like fall or winter, I might switch out the plants. Sorry, I might switch out the flowers for plants or something. But this is what it's looking like. I really, 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 really like the way it looks. I'm also still expecting another package from Wayfair, which is where I got this console table from, because one of the things I also want to do in this reset is my entryway closet. I'm kind of ashamed to show you, but I will. So this closet is, yeah, I've got my winter jackets and coats, and I also have some storage stuff up there. But really the eyesore is the shoes. I have this shoe storage system, whatever, that I brought over from my last apartment, and even then I didn't really like the way it was, and I've just run out of space. But I think this is also really going to force me to just declutter and get rid of shoes that I no longer wear. There are like some shoes, like I have these Vans. Actually, maybe now would be a good time to start wearing those Vans again. But like, it's just a good time to just go in and really get rid of shoes that I don't wear anymore. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm really excited because I ordered like a shoe organizer from Wayfair, and I think it should be able to contain all the shoes or at least most of the shoes that I have, and I really just want to be able to have them out of sight, out of mind. So that's the plan, but it's not going to arrive until next week, I think. So yeah, anyway, now I'm just gonna sit down, enjoy my matcha, and do some editing for a little while. Thank you. Good morning. I haven't had pancakes in a minute, and so this morning I've decided that I'm going to make some whole wheat pancakes, and I think I'm probably just going to do some eggs on the side for some protein, and that's probably what we're going to have for breakfast. My mom's still here, so she's not really she doesn't eat much, so I don't think she's gonna have a ton of pancakes. She's a grazer. She likes to like snack here and there, like snack on little things here and there. So she might not have like a full on, at least not right away, but I will still make enough for the both of us, and I'm not going to have a ton either. And this is what my hair looks like when it's down. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. It's been almost a week now since I've gotten this hair done, and I feel like I made a mistake in terms of leaving out pieces of the braiding hair, because it's kind of tangling up and it's driving me insane. So I'm not sure how long this is going to last in my head, but this is what it looks like when I don't have it up or styled. But I'm in love with the color. Just the style itself is what I'm having second thoughts about. Anyway, I'm gonna get to making these pancakes. Okay. So part of the reset is refreshing my living room space. And by refreshing, I mean moving the bookshelf thing that I've got going on here. Let me show you. So I want to move this. First of all, I don't like the way it's arranged. It looks just ugly and disorganized. I'm coming up with an entirely different vision of how I want to store these books. But for now, though, I think I'm actually just going to move the entire shelf into my second room. I think I might scooch this little storage bench thing a little to the right, and probably just like put it in that corner against this wall, maybe facing this way. I'm not entirely sure yet, and I think I will try a couple of different ways, but that's my plan. I just want to free up the space on this side because it just looks really unbalanced, right? It looks weird to just have like a little shelf here and a lamp there. So I think for now, I'm just going to move this into that room, and yeah. Let me see if I can do like a big move. I don't want to have to take off all the books and then rearrange them. I'm just going to maybe take out the top and bottom shelves and see if I can move them without having to. Yeah, okay, let's try that. Oh, that's really heavy. It's really heavy, so I think I'm just gonna take out all the books and just save myself the grief and stress. Frick, that's what I didn't want to happen. Oh my god. Here. Or like maybe even here or here. I don't know. I think my preference is either here or here. Let me know what you guys think. I'm not sure. Ugh. All right, so this is what we got going on. I will say this side looks a little bit crowded and I'm not in love with it. But honestly, it's a temporary solution because my vision is to eventually have a sort of comfy reading chair somewhere along this wall where I can, you know, grab my book, sit, read. Maybe I'll have a lamp or something, and I'm probably just gonna do something with this big ass wall. But for now, I think this is a decent solution. The only thing though is now that I have moved that shelf, this part of the wall is exposed and you can see all the cords and all of my internet and Wi-Fi stuff. And it's just so ugly, but I don't know how to cover it up. So yeah, this is gonna be something I will end up dealing with later in the future. This is not a now problem. Okay. The next thing that I have on my reset list is to clean out my fridge. I want to like make it a habit to do this every month, but I think the last time I cleaned this out was probably early in the year. So that's what it looks like. It's not too bad. I just like want to wipe everything down, wash the drawers, and just give it a nice clean. And I feel like that will make me feel so much better about this. So I'm gonna pop on my AirPods, put on some music, and I don't like cleaning out my fridge. Not that I like old expired food, but I just don't like the process of bringing everything out. Okay, thank you. I just don't like the process of bringing everything out, but it's necessary, and I always feel so much better once it's like all done. It just feels like clean, fresh, nicely arranged. So let's do that right now. But first, let's do some stretch and folds. So my shoe storage situation, organizer, whatever, finally arrived. Actually, it arrived a few days ago, but I've only just now had the time to put it together. So that's what I'm gonna be spending my Saturday afternoon doing. So come along. Let's do it right now. I hope it's not too complicated because I really don't want to be spending too much time on it. So I have rearranged my shoes. It looks so much better. What do you guys think? I obviously, some of my shoes didn't fit in there, so like my taller boots and such, I just have them arranged down here, but for the most part they all kind of fit, and I think I still have a little bit of room for if I get more pairs of shoes. And I figured this top shelf would be a good spot to keep this bowl that I keep my keys and all the other stuff in. So yeah, and I think I also still have enough room to hang my jackets and stuff. So I'm actually going to do that right now. Let's see, make sure that they all fit. And these are the shoes that I will be getting rid of. So I'll just get them over to Value Village or something. And I have these two things that I'm gonna try and see if I can sell them on Facebook Marketplace, or maybe I can like repurpose them somewhere in the apartment. But honestly, I don't know where they could go. If I can't sell them, if I feel like selling them is too much of a hassle, I'll just donate them to Value Village as well.